Hi, JWOriginals here. No, it's not fresh off the hook. It's another video about how the holidays are fastly approaching, and before you know it, you won't have time to do the things you wanted to do. So I'm putting out this hopefully not too long a video to let you know the things that you can make that you can start now and will be ready for that time. Like every year, you see Christmas and Halloween in the stores earlier and earlier every year. I just think that Thanksgiving, it's too important to just skip over like that. Um, I believe that if that's a special time of the year when you're sharing a table with your family and your friends and you're giving thanks for all the wonderful things that happen to you in your life throughout the year. So with that in mind, I want to show you a couple of things that I've made with my daughter. Every year we try to make something different. But if you're a crochet artist, the Red Heart has actually started their 12 days of Christmas patterns every day starting from the 12 days of Christmas. They'll release a pattern, some very cute ones as a matter of fact. So go over to Red Heart and check that out. And if you're a cookie maker, like my daughter and I make cookies sometimes for her teachers or for her friends. We make tons of cookie. I mean, we bake one day and decorate the next day. So you might want to get started like earlier in December because you want to make sure you have a weekend that you can really dedicate to it. So the Food Network has its 12 days of cookies on there if you want to go over there and look at that. So here's a couple of things like I love the folks who make these little clay snowmen. These are my favorite. Some of them you see them under a clear ornament, and I think if you can work with clay and it's easy for you and you can make these, I think it's a great gift. I like to put the date on the back when I got it. Snowmen are actually my favorite. um, I don't know why, but these are my favorite. I have tons of them. I especially love the ones with my name on it. See? Woohoo. I especially love those. And I treasure them all. All my friends give them to me every single year. Um, I like giving out ornaments, especially if it's like the first Christmas in your new home or, your baby's first Christmas. When I include it in the baby basket, I put one of these in. Another thing we did was we made these ornaments and we made these little swirls. It's very easy. You just wash them out, you add some acrylic, and you swirl. I start these over the summer because they do take a long time to dry. And then you can just add a little decorative bow up here. They don't take too long. You can snap them. You can just, you know, put them into a wreath and put them around your door. They hold up well outside. I have one that's made out of pigments. And don't be afraid to use lots of colors because these, Christmas, like there's all kinds of ornaments. I couldn't believe it. I remember when I was a kid, all you saw was red, green, and silver, and some gold. But now you see all kinds of colors. So feel free. And these are acrylic. I like to use. It doesn't matter to me. Um, I use all kinds. I especially love the metallic ones. That I can put in. It gives it such a. You probably can't see it, but this is metallic gold and silver and purple and white, and I just put that in there, see? And you can give it, like, I know for some of you who have kids in elementary school or middle school, I used to get a letter every year around Christmas what the teachers like or didn't like. And around Teacher Appreciation Week, we used to get the same thing. So it was kind of like, I mean, we of course appreciate all of our educators, but um, some of the things on the list was a little outrageous for me, but these are little things that are easy. You get 6 in a pack for $1 at Michael's around this time of year. Almost Thanksgiving, so you get 6 for a pack for maybe $2. If you plan to give out for 2 people, for 10 people, you got hey $2 that you invested in maybe paint that you already had in your house. Um, so if you make jewelry, that's a perfect thing to give out because I love making jewelry. but it's a little, you know, sometimes hard because you don't know what color people like or what they don't like. But these are great ideas to make if you know, quote out my last thing. I got an embroidery machine for Christmas, so I kind of made these stockings here. I sold these, and then I put the names of my family member, and then every year you probably can't see that, but here, let me use this one. This one has, I got made this one for my mom, and I love SpongeBob, so I got this one for me. And so I just embroidered it with my embroidery machine, add a little red tab on there to hang it, and I hang it up every year on my stairwell. And I made this Christmas stocking, this Christmas tree skirt. This is a great thing to give out because I like to switch. So this one, they're so easy. I lined it with muslin on the other side to give it some traction. And what I did was, before I lined it, I embroidered it with the Warrens on it, which is my last name. See? Cool, right? So these are all things that you can make for, like, if I have, sometimes I put a small tree upstairs, so I made a smaller tree skirt for that one. But you can make, I mean, if you don't feel comfortable cutting these out, what you can do is, if you go into the fabric store, they have some pre-made fabrics that have the skirt already printed on there. All you have to do is cut around the edges and maybe add a fleece backing or a muslin backing, which you don't have to turn inside out. If you like, I like the fact that the stitches kind of pop up from the color. I like that. Some people don't, but if you do, you can probably you know, do it that way. And they have aprons that you can cut out and just stitch around and wear. So something very simple and easy. So see you next time on Fresh Off the Hook. Remember, if I can do all these things, you can do it. Bye.